welcome back to another episode of Cities Skyline. We are back in Magetopia for episode 3. It's an exciting episode because we have grown to almost 11,000 citizens. I was still growing our city a little bit last night. I added in some high-density residential areas. That is a new district that we have unlocked. We have also unlocked offices. I think we have all of the zones unlocked, which is really exciting because now we can really customize our city to really grow it to its full potential. So now we are almost to another milestone. The next one is 11,000, so you see we are almost there. We have less than 200 citizens to go. Exciting. I was still having some issues with the garbage trucks and them not picking up everyone's trash. So I did start emptying them out. I added an incineration plant, and so now they're emptying it into there. It should do a lot better. Plus, that plant also produces some electricity. Not much, but it is some. So we are going to just empty out those. I wasn't sure if turning them off would stop them from emptying, and it turned out it did, so they weren't emptying for a while, but I do turn them on later on. So we are making quite a bit of progress. The biggest issue I was having, other than the garbage trucks, was the cemeteries not going and picking up the dead bodies. Don't know why they're not doing that, because it said the hearses were in use, but not all of them. And so I even destroyed some buildings, and they still weren't doing their job. So I'm not sure why that's happening, and I'm not really sure how to fix that. So if you do know that problem fix, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. So we did drop down a little bit in citizens, but we will hit that milestone later on. So that's one building that I was having issues with. Destroyed it, so it's fine. But so it is kind of fun just to watch the city happen, but sadly you can't do that for too long. You just got to keep up. So that's the new police station, I believe, to try and get the crime rate down. So it did help, definitely, because now we're back down to about 7%, I believe, in crime rate, which not the greatest. I'd rather it be at 0 so we won't have to worry about it, but we will fix that later on. I did add another plant and another landfill to try and fix the garbage problems. They didn't really help, but they did help a tiny bit, I guess. More weird piping. I don't place those very well. Let's just be honest. But please, just don't say anything about it in the comments. I'd rather it not go noticed. But I do also, I haven't added it yet, but I do add another plant to try and make sure that one doesn't fill up too much. That wouldn't be good if then we had an issue. So I am turning them back on here soon. So then they'll start emptying again, because right now they're not doing anything. Pretty big city so far, though. We have 4 sections unlocked, which is really awesome. So the next milestone after this 11,000 one is get to 17,000 citizens, and we'll get another area expansion. So that'll be huge, because then we'll be able to use the metro more often, and I don't know why I said that so weirdly, and also the train station. So that's probably going to be the biggest thing, because we just unlocked the area next to the train tracks, so then we'll be able to use it, which is awesome. I'm super excited to get into all of that. We did have some fires erupt. I think that might have been because during this storm I did hear explosion noises. Turns out it was just lightning. I hadn't gone through a thunderstorm yet. So we did now, and we survived, surprisingly. At this point, I'm not surprised. If we would have exploded, I wouldn't have been surprised. There is a DLC that I want to get for natural disasters, but it's like $13. It's a little expensive for a DLC for this kind of game, so it'll probably be a while before I get that for us, but it'll still be a lot of fun. So this, I believe, is more high-rise apartments. So we'll add in the residential areas just to make it more livable, and so we can reach that milestone so people can move in. I don't know why the zoning was being so weird. I just think it's because it's a weird kind of sloped area, and it's not all the same slope. It's like different. So The roads are different heights, so I can see how that would be a problem. But the electricity was all fixed. But the pollution is getting worse, and that is because of the industrial district. The commercial district doesn't have an issue, which I found that out earlier on, and it's because I do have just a commercial district over here, right there, and there's no pollution. So I did go and make sure not to have any residents live by that area, so they wouldn't have their air polluted, because that wouldn't be great. But here are more offices, so that's going to be awesome for more jobs. So I did notice they started building immediately, so apparently they need jobs really, really bad. And also, since you can tell how often a day goes by down in the left-hand corner in the main HUD, the buildings are built really fast. I just want to say that. How are they built in like 2 days? Like, can we get that technology in our world, please? I did add in more areas for health clinics, added more police departments, added more fire stations. So I forgot to add those originally in our new area. So I did go ahead and do that just to where the fire risk and the crime rate was down as much as possible. And I did find another mountain over across the river from our main area. I did find another hill that has good wind for our wind turbines. So I did add more of those. I still haven't added an actual power plant because those do cost quite a bit, and I also don't want to pollute the air a lot, but we'll probably add one in here soon now that we're growing to quite a bit. Now that we're about to hit 11,000 citizens, we'll probably want that. Plus, it will also give a lot of our citizens more jobs, so that is probably a good thing to add. Honestly, I probably should have done it by now. I just haven't wanted to do that yet. I wanted to go more of the green energy route because they seem to like that. So right there, hit 11,000 citizens. That's huge. I don't know why they're. I mean, I guess I understand why you can ban high rises, but I kind of want that in our city because it'll help modernize it a little bit, and hopefully help it grow, attract tourists, because now tourists are starting to come into our town, which is awesome. So this is the new area that I'm adding. It's going to have a lot of different stuff. They wanted more industrial districts, and I put in some more commercial areas, and also a couple sections have residential areas. I made sure to put them far away from the industrial district. Like I said, the pollution is not great over there, which is understandable because it's all factories and stuff. But, I mean, pretty moderately large of an area. I mean, it fills up probably half of that square. So that will definitely help with jobs. I know it will take quite a while to fill up for them to build all these different buildings over here because we still don't have many citizens. So probably as our city grows, we'll get more buildings over there. But over here, I know there are probably going to have to be a lot of individual things like police headquarters, fire stations instead of firehouses, just its whole main area. Excuse me. So I will have to add that in, which will cost quite a bit of money, but I mean, I think it'll be worth it. So this one was a bit of a shorter clip. I actually thought it was a bit longer while I was recording it, but it was actually not as long as I thought. So now that I've turned it into its own time lapse, it's shortened quite a bit. So it's going to be a bit of a shorter episode today. Hope you guys don't mind, but I'm going to try and bring one out. I'm trying to be able to do episodes also on Sundays. I can't usually stream on Sundays, but I may be able to get a couple videos out for you guys. At least one. So hope you guys do like that. Also, if you are enjoying this series, I know I definitely am, so make sure to leave a like and leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe. Hit that bell icon as well so you hear when more episodes come out, because that will this is probably going to be one of our main series right now. I'm trying to cut down on all the series we have, so I can just have like 3 or 4 going. So we still have variety during the weeks, but we don't have so much going on, because I know right now we have so-called series, and most of them aren't really series. They're just kind of things that I do a couple episodes of, and then I usually move on. So I will be going back, seeing what all the series we have, and also catching up on those, and maybe put a couple out for you guys. I think I'm going to keep it a surprise right now. I may put out the first episode of a new series today that will be one of our main series, but I still don't know if I'm going to do it yet. And don't know if this is going to be the only video I put out today. We will have to see. So right now, I am just finishing all of the zoning and also putting in all of the new water pipes and power lines. And also, we started running out of water availability, finally. I was wondering when that was going to happen, so now we put in a new pumping station and also a new drain, because we need both of those. So that did fix most of the problems that we were having. So I thought I just forgot to put pipes over there again, but it actually turned out to be the availability problem. So they are enjoying all of the new expansions, but we're still having issues with the garbage. Hopefully that will be fixed here soon, after the landfills are full. I'll probably still keep some of them around, but some of them I'll tear down since we won't need as many. I'll probably just keep 1 or 2. And that is 17,000. It marks where we will get a new area, which I love getting new areas. So our city is bigger and we have bigger areas. I am still trying to decide what different areas we are going to build. I may build a leisure district because I'm pretty sure we have that kind of zoning now to where we can do specific industrial or commercial areas, to where only certain things will happen over there. So I may have a little leisure section in each of our 2 areas in our city, so that way they'll have something to do. Because I know, even though I added the tennis court and the park, this area over here still having issues. So this is where I was trying to figure out why the dead bodies were not being picked up, because it's becoming a problem. Like, people are starting to complain about it and starting to move out because of it. So may have to go in and fire some people. If only that was possible. Sadly, it's not. But we do need to, I don't know if adding a new cemetery will help or what we need to do. Maybe it will, so we'll have more hearses available, but it is definitely a problem. So I mean, this is our wide view of our city, and it's looking pretty big. I am pretty happy for this being our 3rd episode, it already getting to 12,500 citizens. Not bad. It could be a little bit bigger, probably, but as long as we keep expanding, I'll keep working off camera on it, unless you guys don't want me to work so much on the off-camera stuff, because I do know that it can be hard, because we grew almost 6,000 citizens from last episode to this episode, from all the off-camera work I did. Off-work camera, don't even know what that is. So we do still have a lot of areas to fill, but we also need to still just keep growing citizens, because that is still an issue. And I looked back at the comments from last video yesterday, and you guys seem to be really enjoying this series. It's not getting as many views as my streams have been, but I still want to focus more on my videos, because I also don't have as much time to stream, and I want to make sure that I can get as daily stuff as I can, and I know just streaming can't really do daily. So I do still notice you guys are putting out good positive comments, and I have been enjoying those. I know I got a couple saying that these videos are really enjoyable. You guys are liking the voiceovers. I definitely do. It is a lot of fun, and honestly, it's a lot easier to be able to do daily. I do think that I could definitely do this more often. I'm hoping to, although right now I'm only putting out 1 video a day, I am hoping to get at least 2 going out a day on at least the main days, because my life is about to get a lot busier as school is starting next week, and a lot of stuff with that, so it'll be very busy. But right now I'm just putting out more police stations. I believe that's a prison. Yeah, that is the prison. I couldn't remember if that's where I was putting the prison or not, but I do recognize the area. It was hard to find an area to place it, because I didn't want it next to all the cities, because I know I wouldn't want to live right next to a prison, because what if they get out? They'll focus on your houses first. Like, that's what I'm thinking. But we are making a lot of progress for this only being our 3rd episode. I'm happy. So I hope you guys are happy with the city as well. But that is going to about wrap it up for this episode. Thank you guys so much for joining. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, leave something for me. Tell me what your favorite kind of pizza is down in the comments. That would be awesome to find out. I want to be able to, you guys, even though I'm not streaming as much, that you guys can still have some say in what we do and just be able to interact. But thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you guys next video.
And oh, yo